week's edition of Frontline Faith, your source for local news and inspiring faith-based stories across the South VFW community. I'm Elizabeth Vos.
And I'm Eliza Bravo here at the Hague Communication Center on the SAGU campus in Waxahachie, Texas. It's that time of year again where we come together as family, eat a warm dinner, and remind ourselves what the holiday season is really about. Here's Andrew Moser with the story.
We're here tonight at Seville for the Savendrick Family Dinner, where people can come together, hang out, and remind themselves what they're really thankful for. As Pastor Randy and his RAs got the food ready for this event, Savendrick gets a taste of the meaning to be a family.
The family of Savendrick is very diverse. We have 2 dorms, but we are one family. We come together as a group of people, and there's nothing that separates us. We're all just coming together under one roof, under one understanding that we all love Jesus and we all want to hang out and get to know each other.
It's a group of friends. It's people I can trust, people that I can lean on through good things and bad things, people that are excited for me when great things happen and let me cry on their shoulder when bad things are happening, and just people that I can have fun with and be myself around.
With food in their tummies and enjoying the movie, the students had an opportunity to write down what matters to them.
We're thankful for a banner just because it kind of gives everyone a chance to really, think about all the great things we have in this dorm and the people that are here and just be able to share it with everyone, I guess, yeah.
Since no one will be here on campus during the Christmas break, everyone got together and decorated Seville and Kendrick. The smell of Christmas was in the air and everyone had a great old time. For Frontline Faith, I'm Andrew Moser.
Mission 10 team members enjoyed a Thanksgiving get-together on November 13th. The Southwestern Missionary Association held their Thanksgiving party in the McCafferty Hall on Tuesday evening, providing food and games to their Mission 10 teams. After the attendees danced to some familiar tunes, Nelson DeFreitas opened with prayer. The assembled students then broke into groups to make impromptu Christmas-themed music videos, which they presented to a panel of judges. It was the first time some of the students had met their team members, but within minutes they were working together toward a common goal. The highlight of the night was the dessert contest. Each team brought a homemade dessert to be judged, the winners received $50 per person toward their mission trip. Although they were strangers when they went in, the students came out of the party as friends and teammates, to the SMA leaders that made the event a triumphant success.
Bring out your Baham mugs. The SAGU Theater Department presents A Christmas Carol, the story of Ebenezer Scrooge's visit from 4 spirits that lead him to reflect on his insensitivity and pridefulness towards his friends, family, and employees. The tales go on to display an incredible transformation in his life and showcases the true meaning of Christmas. The theatrical performance will take place in the HTC Performance Hall on November 30th and December 1st at 7:30 p.m. and on December 2nd at 3 p.m. Admission is $10 for visitors and free for SAGU faculty, staff, and students. Visit www.sagu.edu/events for more information.
SMA held its 2nd annual Turkey Trot this past Thursday. The SAGU students ran in support of this year's Giving Project. Here's Taylor Derling with the story.
I'm here at the front of SAGU where the 5K Turkey Trot is about to begin.
SMA held their 2nd annual fun run to raise money for this year's missions project.
We're setting up this event so students can come out and support their prayer child that they have pinned on their shirt and just run and support and give for this cause.
They led the event with prayer and a singing of the national anthem. And as sung, running with familiar faces was enough encouragement to keep going.
Honestly, it's encouraging because I know that if I did a 5K anywhere else, it'd be with a bunch of people I don't know. And being surrounded by a group of SAGU people and faculty, staff, and then people from the community is just super awesome.
At the finish line, a crowd of people gathered to cheer runners on as they crossed. Even President Bridges joined in on all the fun.
With over 100 runners, the 5K was a huge success. With SAGU's Frontline Faith, I'm Taylor Derling.
Stay tuned for some smooth jazz and some words of wisdom from a well-known leader after this short break.
At Southwestern, we endeavor to offer more than the average college curriculum, producing men and women whose lives are pleasing to God. and that's worth everything.
Habitat for Humanities of Ellis County held their 6th annual Festival of Trees in order to raise funds for awareness to poor living establishments in the local community. Here's Adrian Cerno with the story.
I'm here in Waxahachie Bible Church, where the Habitat of Humanity of Ellis County is hosting their 6th annual Festival of Trees to fundraise money for the community.
Started out really as a fundraiser, and it's kind of evolved into not just a fundraiser, but also a community-wide event.
We are raising money for Habitat for Humanity. We build houses for people who need better housing than what they have.
One of the most important events for us, it actually pays for the materials to build the homes. It also gives us a chance to get the word out in the community about Habitat for Humanity, and gives us an opportunity to talk to people that want to participate in the program or also help as a volunteer.
As the event grows each year, it constantly makes an impression throughout the community.
Well, every penny that we raise does go to Habitat for Humanity, and it impacts the community by giving people a feeling of self-esteem. Owning their own home is very important.
We first started hosting the event. We literally couldn't build a house until we had that event. We didn't have enough money to start the next one. So now we're now in the buildings. We can start as the homeowners come on board, which is huge for us.
It's almost like Christmas morning, you know? Everything's a surprise, and so you worry, you work so hard, and you worry, are we going to have enough? You know, are the things going to be beautiful? Are they going to be unique? Are they, and it's every year we're just blown away.
For Frontline Faith, this is Adrian Cerna.
On November 26th at 6:30 p.m., SAGU will hold its 10th annual Christmas at SAGU event, where students and staff can enjoy an early taste of the holidays. Taking place outside the front lawn of the administration building, guests can expect festive treats and refreshments such as Christmas cookies, hot cocoa, and cider. The event will feature performances by SAGU Chorale, Jazz Combo, and the Harvesters. Attendees will even have a chance to meet Santa Claus himself. The night will conclude with the lighting of the campus tradition, where the school is transformed into a magical wonderland. Make sure to be present.
SAGU's Jazz Band performed its last concert of the year this past Tuesday night. As the lights went dim in the HCC auditorium, Dr. Block welcomed the audience and led them in prayer before the concert. The first to perform on the stage was the guitar ensemble, who played jazzy tunes with their electric sound. Following them was the SAGU Jazz Band led by Dr. Block on the trombone. The band played head-bopping tunes including Little Brown Jug by Glenn Miller. Ending the night, the band said goodbye to senior saxophone player Zoe Langston, with this being her last concert. The crowd applauded the band for their performance, giving them a standing ovation as they bowed.
It's starting to look a lot like Christmas in Gwines Hall. Here's Mindy Hodges with the story.
Here inside the Gwines lobby, during their monthly Cheese and Chill, the residents took some time to decorate for Christmas before the Thanksgiving break.
Everyone's November is really crazy, so I didn't want to put another event on for our dorm and have people feeling stretched a little too thin, because I was like, they're going to be here anyways, let's just decorate. So we provide them with drinks, and we spend about an hour prepping and making about 100 grilled cheese sandwiches.
Nobody was alone as people got in groups and helped each other while listening to Christmas music. It wasn't all work and no play though. Friends danced and laughed together as they snacked on the sandwiches and decorated. But that wasn't all, because the hall that gave the most money for the Giving Project also used this time for their prize.
I have the best and the worst hall in all of Gwines because they raised the most money, but they raised the most money. So therefore, their RA had to do a certain task. I didn't think I was going to win, so I just did something outrageous, and I lost, and I won at the same time.
For Frontline Faith, I'm Mindy Hodges.
After this short break, we'll take a look at one of our own graduating seniors' final performance and a campus-wide worship gathering right here on Frontline Faith.
Selecting a university can be a tough decision. You might be asking yourself, do I want a school that's in the heart of a big city, or am I looking for a calmer, more laid-back environment? Well, students that attend SAGU don't have to choose. Our university offers the perfect balance of both. SAGU's primary campus is located in Waxahachie, Texas, just south of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, allowing our students to enjoy the atmosphere of a rural town while still being close enough to the big city. Here, you'll be offered a door of opportunity into future business opportunities, an entertaining environment, as well as a great place to obtain your education. Just 30 minutes north are restaurants, theaters, theme parks, museums, shopping malls, and professional sporting events. These, along with many others, are great ways to take a break from your studies and create lifelong memories with friends. For those who would rather enjoy relaxing in the great outdoors, the DFW area offers many places where you can get away from it all and enjoy nature. For many of our students, there is no better way to pass the time than by relaxing on a cool fall or spring day while watching a beautiful Texas sunset. Now, your college experience is not only about having fun. Once you complete your degree, you'll most likely be looking for a great place to start your career. This area is one of the best places in the nation when it comes to employment opportunities after you graduate. Many of our students obtain internships at businesses in this area, which lead to full-time employment opportunities. So if you're looking for a great place to jumpstart your career after graduation, this area would be a great place to start. So, are you still weighing out your options about where you want to attend school? Well, by choosing SAGU, you don't have to decide between the opportunities of the big city and the small town atmosphere. Here, you get the perfect mix of both. To find out more information about the academic options SAGU offers, visit our website at sagu.edu.
Praise and prayer were the themes of Dwell, a night of worship put together for students by Residential Life. Here's Ben Rivera with the story.
We called it Dwell, and it was just really about coming together and worshiping. There were a lot of different elements tonight. We had live music, classical music in the lobby as people came in. We had art displayed by some SAGU students. We had live worship going on, a live worship team, and we also had live art going on as well by some local artists here at SAGU.
Throughout the night of worship, we had many students come up and speak a word of praise, encouragement, and love over the crowd, bringing people closer to God and each other.
And it really was just a time for us to dwell in the presence of the Lord. It was just a time for us to come together as a body and see what the Lord might speak to us. And it was really refreshing for me to look around and see all my peers lay aside the stress of life and us to all worship together.
The students came forward in droves to renew themselves in God. They listened to a powerful word given by Ryan Hughes.
Walk with God without meeting with Him too. I can walk with God and have my focus be, Holy Spirit, what do you want me to say to people today? Give me a word. Give me a prophetic image. What can I do to communicate to other people, to build them up? But if I'm doing this while not filling myself up by meeting with God on my own, I'm going to spiritually starve myself.
For Frontline Faith, this has been Ben Rivera.
Get out the pens and the paper. The mountain of knowledge is about to begin. The Waxahachie Civic Center swarmed to life as the Leadership Summit took place. Famous speaker and author John Maxwell gave invaluable tips on being a leader to those who sought answers about progressing their careers and their people skills. From business students, people from all over America came to this small town for this meeting.
The SAGU has a knack for finding talented students, and senior Zoe Langston is no exception. Zoe held her senior recital last Friday in the Hague Communication Center auditorium. Her friends and family came out to see her beautiful performance of multiple pieces. She was accompanied by pianist Dr. Amanda Lee Hing and flautist Madison Corcoran for various compositions. It was a very emotional night for her as it was her last show before her graduation. She will be dearly missed by all of her peers.
Junk in the Trunk took place this past Saturday in Waxahachie. Here's Elizabeth Vos with the story.
In downtown Waxahachie, people, young and old, gathered for the last Junk in the Trunk of the year. Just outside the historic courthouse, vendors were ready and waiting for customers to come and search their junk for something unique.
I love to shop around before I set up. I guess you could say I love old stuff that I collect to decorate my house and my yard. Whatever I left over that I don't use in my house, then I sell it.
Some vendors bring time-worn items from their homes, while others search for vintage items that customers will appreciate.
I can get wisdom from other vendors and also just the customers, because there's a lot of antique dealers that come out and shop at these events too. It's a lot of fun. We're all one big family out here.
There is a great atmosphere and many opportunities to meet new people.
Old stuff that we sell, it's interesting to hear the stories, how they acquire this stuff.
Everyone enjoyed the event, with music to listen to as they shopped around. For Frontline Faith, I'm Elizabeth Vos.
This has been Frontline Faith. I'm Eliza Bravo.
And I'm Elizabeth Vos.